Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, Father and Son Petrolheads. I'm Carl, Father, and spent the weekend at the Silverstone Festival, and it made me a bit thoughtful about a few things. So I thought I'd kick it out there, and for all those people that have been kind enough to subscribe and watch, ask a few questions. Really, somebody actually said to me once, "What's the format of your channel?" Well, the trouble is there hasn't really been a format. There are days when I've got Clarkson mad hair, and I'll tell you that the Mark 1 Ford Focus that I bought for a friend for £500 is the best car in the world. And it is, to be honest, and I'll do a feature on it. But then my son opened a new business, and so it sort of evolved a little bit into trying to promote that. And then I thought I'd go right back to basics. So I found lots of old photos and videos and stuff of the Purple Mini, which is where everything really began to take off, because that's when I really had a chance to build something for myself. So much so, there'll be a lot of haters out there. There'll be people who say you shouldn't use seam sealer over welding. When I do, I'm not going to stop. There'll be people who say you shouldn't use blue Hylamar on a head gasket. I've used it on every one I've ever done since I was a kid. First job I ever did was 18, took an engine out of a Cortina. Part of all this is because I met briefly, interrupted filming, sorry, and Anstead. And it made me think about him and having no mechanical training. My mechanical training was from the school of having no money when I was a kid and running old Cortinas and Capris and Minis on a shoestring. It's not a lot better now, to be fair. Kids and grandkids happen, and then anyway. But that's where all this came from. And it was, my son is a fantastic mechanic, fantastic engineer. He's worked for Land Rover, he's worked for Ford, he's worked for Aston Martin. So, but he still loves the old stuff. We've got a Project Mark II Escort, which I need to do a little bit more of a few features on. South African import and hot Pinto going in it, hopefully. All of the old stuff. None of it's a tutorial, and I never want it to be a tutorial. I never want to say this is how you do this, because you might have a better way. In fact, you probably do. Top tip: always put a Mini in reverse before you try to knock the pin out of the gear lever selector. Otherwise, it's a bastard to get out. Thank you for that. So, yes, what I'm going to put up is probably some rehashed and regurgitated stuff, but it's about. This is what I did on my own with my son. Admittedly, over 10, 11 years, so he started helping me when 11, 12, 13 and onwards. Why the car's got a vinyl roof? It's got a vinyl roof because we cut the original roof off because it had a sunroof in it, and trying to weld it up was an abysmal joke. So we cut it off, put an all steel roof on it from another car. And my son at the time, as I say, was probably 16, and he welded it on so badly that the vinyl roof is on there for Artex. It's just to cover up all of the mistakes that we've learnt along the way. Tubbed arches, so we cut the arches away so we could lower it even more. Is it a mistake? Possibly, because no one goes in the back of it anyway. To making the dashboard out of, apologies for that, my phone just decided to close. To making the dashboard out of 4-inch soil drain bends, and the 2-inch dials out of 2-inch plastic drain bends. Bending a piece of MDF with some wood, with some bricks, and wetting it and leaving it for a week or two until I got the right curve. All sorts of strange things. But what I'd love is people to engage a little bit and have a few comments, and let's chat about it, whatever, I don't know, or maybe not. Perhaps it's okay just to have a look through. The Mini was created because I saw that 7-port head and wanted it, and sad though it is, my aunt in America died. Thank you, Aunt Bess, and that's why the car's called Bess. She left me a little bit of money, and that was enough to allow me to finish the project, because houses and mortgages and lives and 14-hour days at work mean it's not always conducive to making the best progress. So anyway, Here's a little video of Bess, of what she's about, where she came from. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a share, and have a chat. And cheers. Wait patiently for the Mark 1 Ford Focus, which is the best car in the world. Cheers, Jezza.
So, as you can see, a few cars that do have taken part here, Robbie and Rob. Well, they're definitely getting their money's worth. As you know, Vinny gets there first with a 1589 at 86 to a 1639.
Beautiful Bentley running on sustainable fuels. And a Mini now with a very hotly tuned engine, twin Weber carburetors strapped to the front of that little Mini engine there. And looks like torque steer is going to be the name of the day. Got quite a lot of power here, sir.
We've got the 120 horsepower.
That'll do in a minute, won't it?
500 kilos is quick enough.
And is the volume off the cooling or posing?
Bit of both.
Excellent. Flash heads up Cop Hill for 2024. Enjoy that leak of fuel injection, of course, for a car. Really hard back to the early back.